everyone, my name is Gina Dargan and I'm a textile artist and creator of fibers and design. And in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create a placemat just like this in our tutorial. So let's get started. The design I'm going to be showing you today is quite a simple design that you can add on to with your own design ideas with textures or colors. So the structure we're going to do is creating a base, fringe, and the body of the piece. On the other side, you will also add some fringe and a base, and yeah, I'll show you how to do that. In regards to yarn use, we're going to be using this 5mm cotton cord, and we're going to be using a thin cotton warp. Now, alternatively to cotton cord, you can use acrylic or cotton or any other fiber that you like. Right now, I am on a cotton cord kick. I just love cotton cord. If I could weave this with this thick, chunky 9mm cord, I would do it. I just love cotton cord. I don't know what to tell you. So I'm sorry if you guys get more tutorials with cotton cord. It's just so beautiful. It's just a beautiful material. So, all right. So that's enough about cotton cord and our materials and tools. Let's go ahead and take a look at the loom. As you can see, I have already woven a base here. I will leave a card above to show you how to weave a strong base for every project. This warp is about 7 inches wide. There is a row of twining and about 5 rows of plain weave. On top of this section, I'm going to add some fringe. I have pre-cut a few ends already that are each 14 inches long. I will be wrapping them 2 strings at a time to give the design a fuller look. Along the entire row, I will add fringe, each section with double strings. From here, I'll continue the design with plain weave. The next section will be 16 inches high using the plain weave pattern. My goal in this design was to create a very simple placemat that you can then add additional decorative pieces to it. So perhaps you have some very interesting bowls or dishes that you want to use, or maybe this is for a festival or party and you have like different layers of flowers or sparkles or whatever it is. But I wanted to create something that you can add on to or just use it in a simple day-to-day use. Once I reached the top, I secured the weft to the back of the weaving and flattened out the last row with my fork. Now it's time to weave some raya knots or fringe at the top of the weaving. Now, what's going to make this a little bit challenging is that we need to make these knots upside down. Now, I'm going to show you how to do that. The importance of this being upside down is that when we lay the mat flat, we want to make sure that the knots are pointed in the opposite directions. So let's take a look at how we do that. To attach the fringe, I first double up the 2 ends. These are the same measurements as the ones at the bottom. So starting from one side, I wrap the left ends over and around the left warp string. The left ends will be wrapped over the base of the fringe. Next, with the right ends, I wrap them inward and over the base. Now, both ends will hang over the woven section. To even out the ends, I center and pull them taut. Continuing on, I repeat these steps with the remaining ends. Again, this goes a lot faster when you pre-cut the ends. Now, let's take a short weaving break and learn about a few weaving resources for beginners. If you're new to weaving and you want to learn how to create projects like this, where you learn how to mix textures and patterns and techniques, then check out the Beginner Weaver e-course. In this course, you'll learn how to mix different techniques and create interesting designs. Now, if you're not so new to weaving, but you want to learn how to weave cool and interesting designs with lines, then check out the side-by-side weaving ebook where you can learn how to create interesting designs just like this. Now let's get back to the weaving. Over the row of fringe, I wove the final section. Similar to the bottom section, I wove 5 rows of plain weave, then a row of twining to secure the weft in place. After the twining is complete, I pushed on the last rows with my fork. Then it's time to cut the weaving. Taking into consideration the thickness of the cotton cord, I decided to leave at least 2 inches of warp to be used to secure the ends back into the weaving. Once the weaving has been cut at the top, I can now release the loops at the bottom. Now, after you've woven the piece and took it off the loom, it's really important that you secure the ends with the tapestry needle. This is important because it's going to allow you to give full range of motion with the placemats. So as you can see, I can shake them, you can dust them off as you like. So when you're done, you'll be able to use this for hopefully a long time. In addition to the ends, you also want to secure the weft ends at the back. So here I just made some simple knots to secure, and then I cut off the extra long ends. So as you can see here, I want these to be as flat as possible, but also look very tidy. So let's go ahead and secure those ends and tidy up the back. Securing the ends is a tedious process, but definitely not one to skip. You can find a tutorial on finishing weaving techniques in the card above. Once the 2 ends were secured, I then tied off the weft ends on the back and cut off those loose ends. And now the back looks super tidy. Now let's take a look at the final results. The end of our tutorial. I hope that you enjoyed learning how I created this design, and I hope that it inspires you to create your own placemat, or at least just have some fun creating and experimenting on the loom. If you enjoyed this tutorial, then please leave a thumbs up and subscribe for future videos on weaving tutorials. Alright everyone, then see you next time. Bye! If you're looking for another weaving tutorial to watch, then check out this one here. You can learn how to weave a cushion cover on the loom. I hope you enjoy. See you next time.